Hi, I was asked to make a secondary video to the problem between 2CW and WWE in upstate New York. Um, and what I would like to do is I wouldn't like to focus so much on how WWE abandoned this area however many years ago. What I would like to do is focus on the difference between going to a 2CW event versus going to a WWE event. And when you go to a 2CW or any other independent event, there's the cost as opposed to going to a WWE event. And WWE is literally the biggest wrestling organization in the world if you don't already know that. So it's like the difference between going to see the Rolling Stones versus going to see Winds of Plague. Sure, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to see WWE. But on the other hand, you go and you see Winds of Plague, you're more than likely going to end up meeting the band. And that's what happens with 2CW. Not only that, you're probably going to pay a lot to see WWE because their $20 ticket, or whatever it is now, I know it was $18 back in the day, you're sitting in the nosebleed section, the ring looks like this big to you, it's kind of like a postage stamp, then they have the Titantron, and if you're up high enough and whatnot, the lighting rig might be in your way between you and the screen, and that could ruin the experience as well. Not only that, pretty much with their shows now, half the crowd's asleep, and all of that. So $20 with WWE, and you're sitting in the nosebleed. $20 with an independent or 2CW, you're more than likely sitting third row, fourth row, fifth row. They have bleachers. Sometimes I know the Watertown shows usually have bleachers. Then the Elmira show, I do believe, had bleachers. I didn't go to the Elmira show. That was the one that I missed last year. Not only that, when you're buying a t-shirt, you want whoever's logo on your shirt or their face or whatever. You are more than likely not going to buy that shirt. Actually, I guarantee you're not going to buy that shirt of John Cena from John Cena. You go to a 2CW or independent show, and there's AJ Styles, and you're buying an AJ Styles shirt from AJ Styles or the Young Bucks, or whomever is there. And that's actually an incredible experience to meet one of these wrestlers, especially like I've met so many guys through 2CW, which on the other hand you're not going to do with WWE. Not only that, pyrotechnics. The WWE shows are so loud, ridiculously loud, and it's pretty much unnecessary. Like, I really don't care to have my eardrums blown out by Kane's pyro. 31 years old, and I did that when I was 18. I went, and we were literally right by the Titantron, and Kane's pyro went off, and I just about shit in my pants. Which I understand that's the added effect of the whole place smelling like fecal matter. So not only that, when you go to a WWE show, if you have a sign, for example, one that says AJ Styles, for example, and WWE finds out that you have this, or they have people outside, like the security, saying, okay, well, we won't allow signs that say AJ Styles or Chris Benoit or CM Punk or Phil Brooks or whomever. you get that taken away from you. And if you don't let them take that away from you, then you risk the chances of being ejected from the building. There was people who were wearing costumes of their favorite superstars, like Hogan and Savage, and I want to say there was the Big Boss Man and whomever. I've went to 2CW shows dressed as Eric Rowan countless times, and nobody said shit to me. I mean, I got my balls busted, but that's part of the deal. I mean, if you bust their balls, they're gonna bust your balls back. It's a way more intimate experience. And not only that, like I said, you're getting to meet these guys. Whereas WWE, you're not going to get to meet them. You're probably not even going to get within 10 feet of them. 20 feet of them, depending. If you're like ringside, I can understand, but you're probably going to pay like $300 for ringside as opposed to an independent. The last 2CW one I went to, it was a stacked card, and every match was incredible, especially, and this doesn't get enough attention. The women's match was amazing this past weekend. Not only that, I paid $60. I was front row, slapping hands with people that came by. We had they had C.J. Parker, who was just an NXT. He was there. There was so many top name independent people, or independent wrestlers there. So there's all of that, and then there's the people who run the show at 2CW. There's JD Love. I don't want to use her real name, so there's JD Love. There's Jack Trades, Steve King, and then like all the referees, all the wrestlers that are the 2CW regulars. All of them are incredible, and if you have a problem, you can literally ask any one of them. And then all the fans, if they don't already know each other, they probably know somebody in common. I mean, there's the casual fans there, but even the casual fans feel welcome at a 2CW show because, I mean, it's like a big family there. And what I would like to say is, like, you know, the wrestlers know the fans know the wrestlers, and like Bill Alfonso said, the 2CW crowd is just as intimate and as awesome as the ECW crowd of the 90s. So if you want to go to a show and you just want to see the guys on TV, that's fine. You want to go to a wrestling show and you want to see real wrestlers. Not that the guys in WWE aren't real wrestlers, but the thing is they're traveling constantly. They're all over the country. Like this week they could be in Florida and New York. And that's ridiculous. That's way too far. And they're traveling constantly, so they're not always putting on the best show. And they're working the WWE style, which is the safest way to go. But indie guys that are coming here have put on a hell of a show all the time, every time they've been here. And the booking that 2CW was done, I was at it was the American Wolves versus the Motor City Machine Guns. Excellent. The Young Bucks versus the Dudleys. The Young Bucks versus Ohio is for Killers. AJ Styles versus Johnny Gargano. All of these matches, excellent matches. And then there's the crop of stars, like, you want to see who's coming up in WWE or TNA, you're more than likely going to find them at an independent show. So you want to see who's going to be the next whomever, the next big star. Luke Harper, Solomon Crowe, Kevin Owens, all three were in 2CW and were 2CW regulars. And these guys are making a name for themselves. I know that I'm really proud to be a Luke Harper fan from his days as being Big Rig Brody Lee in 2CW, as well as Chikara and CZW and wherever, Ring of Honor. And same with Kevin Owens. I have personally talked with Kevin Owens probably like 7 times from shows where I went and I bought a t-shirt or I bought a DVD from him or what have you. So that's kind of my point, is you can go watch The Big Show versus Roman Reigns for the 9,000th time and pretty much just sit there, or you can go to a 2CW show or any independent for that matter, and you're going to get your money's worth, and you're going to probably get to meet these guys, and you're not going to break the bank. You may spend at an independent show and walk out with handfuls of DVDs and a stack of t-shirts under your arm. You're probably going to spend as much between the ticket and all of that as you would for one ticket front row for a WWE show. I've said my piece, and thank you for watching. Like I said, visit any of the old school wrestling page, new school wrestling page, 2CW.com. I think it's 2CW anything on Facebook. You can look me up on Instagram as ImpalerXX. I'm always posting video or pictures of the DVDs that I collect, and a lot of them are 2CW. Most of them are WWE, which I'm going to look like a hypocrite for bashing WWE. I'm not really bashing them. I'm just stating there's a difference in going to these types of shows. Anyways, thank you very much, and have a nice day.